Hello again, everyone. This is Maximo McGee. Today, we're at Blizzard headquarters checking out Diablo 3, and to help me do that, I'm joined by Leonard Boyarsky. Leonard, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for coming.
So, Leonard, the Diablo series obviously has a very rich history, much like the Blizzard's other games. Can you perhaps briefly sum up the events of the previous two Diablo games for us?
The briefly is the difficult part. In Diablo 1, you came to the town of Tristram, where Diablo had been captured and sealed beneath a monastery that eventually became a cathedral underneath the town of Tristram, and the town of Tristram grew up around it. And so you come to this town of Tristram after Diablo has been released, and you fight your way through these catacombs, and you defeat Diablo. But Diablo is like great evil. It can't really be destroyed, so you take his soul stone and you jam it into your head. And then Diablo 2, as a hero, are following a person known as the Dark Wanderer, and he's going to the east to release his brothers, who were also captured into these soul stones and hidden in various places around the world. So you follow the Dark Wanderer, and he's becoming more and more possessed by Diablo as the game progresses. You finally end up defeating him and his brother Mephisto, but Baal, their third brother, escapes. So in Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction, you follow Baal to this place called Mount Arreat, which houses the World Stone, which is this artifact of ancient power. It is what the whole world is built around. It focuses power. It actually controls mankind from expressing their power, because mankind is the offspring of angels and demons. So this World Stone is a very important artifact because it has all these powers, and Baal, his basic job is to corrupt the World Stone. So he ends up corrupting the World Stone before you can stop him. You end up defeating him, but Tyrael, the Archangel of Justice, feels he has no choice but to destroy the World Stone because it has been corrupted, and this will corrupt all of mankind. So Tyrael destroys this World Stone at the very end of Lord of Destruction, and then you're left with the cliffhanger. Well, what happens then? Because this World Stone, amongst its many other properties, kept heaven and hell from having large armies on Sanctuary, which is the name of the place where Diablo takes place.
Now, for Diablo 3, could you go ahead and set up, when does this game take place in comparison to Diablo 2? I imagine it's a little bit ways in the future.
Yes, Diablo 3 takes place 20 years after the events of Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction. And a lot has happened since then. After Tyrael destroyed the World Stone, kind of like a lull happened. People don't live very long in this world except for Deckard Cain, who seems to be immortal. So a lot of people, there's not a lot of people around who remember what it was like back in the days of Diablo 2. And there hasn't been a lot of demon activity. Everything's been kind of quiet. So a lot of people are thinking, people know that there are demons because sorcerers and wizards can summon demons. But they're thinking, this is, this great battle between heaven and hell. This sounds kind of like a conspiracy theory. So a lot of people are dismissing that. And that's the state of the world, and Deckard Cain has been frantically trying for the past 20 years to put together pieces of this prophecy that he believes is the key to defeating the last two lords of hell, Belial and Azmodan, who are the only two you didn't kill in the other games. And so he's been spending his life trying to hunt down these clues that he feels are going to save mankind when the invasion actually comes.
Now, is there any chance in Diablo 3 we might see humanity being forced to finally make that decision between siding with heaven or siding with hell?
There's a good chance that might happen in Diablo 3. I don't want to give too much away, but one of the very interesting things about the World Stone is that, like I was saying, it kind of clamps down on mankind's power. Since they are the offspring of angels and demons, they have the potential to become more powerful than angels and demons. Well, the World Stone has been destroyed. It was destroyed at the end of Lord of Destruction, like I was saying. So what does that mean for mankind? Well, you as the hero are, starting to show these powers. That's why you have all these great abilities that you can use throughout the game. So as you grow in power, heaven and hell definitely take an interest in you.
All right, so is there anything else you'd like to touch on before we wrap it up here?
No, I'm glad you guys took the time to come out, and I hope you enjoyed playing the demo, and I'm just really excited for everybody to finally see what we've been working on.
All right, well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to get our hands on the game. So there you have it, folks, a look at Diablo 3. As always, stay tuned for more information.